Hi, I'm Kelly.
And I'm Ray.
And this is Cravey Snabies. Welcome to our channel,
where we are sharing God's infinite wonders,
one snake at a time.
Hey guys, this is Ray from Cravey Snabies. We thought we would do a video showing you all of the things that we recommend for our snake enclosures. We love these things, these particular things. So first and foremost is the actual enclosure. We love these enclosures. We love them, love them, love them. These are 4x2x2 PVC enclosures. These do have a screen mesh top on them. We will address that in just a minute. They are more lightweight, from what I've heard, than other PVC enclosures. When I was researching, because I wanted to get PVC enclosures, I was thinking I was going to have to spend $600-700 on an enclosure, and that's just not true. We get these reptile habitats. We get them from DUBIA.com, DUBIA.com. There will be a referral link from me in the video description. And by using the code, you get 20% off. We absolutely love them. When I was researching these, the reviews were in Facebook groups. The thing was that people didn't like it because it has a screen top. Okay. They want a solid top because obviously ball pythons need heat and humidity, okay? There is a way to handle this. There is such a cost-effective way to handle this. And they said that because the PVC itself is thinner, it doesn't hold heat and humidity well. I have had zero issues. Zero issues. So, and I will explain about the screen top thing here. These do come with a lock. We actually have some brand new enclosures because we have 3 snakes that need homes. Not homes, not homes outside of our home, just, bigger homes because they're in temporary enclosures. So they come, very big. And when we put one of these together, I will do a little video clip and insert that right now. Okay, so we are building enclosures today. And I said in my video that I would show the little key lock, the little... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they call it. I think they call it a pin lock. They call it a pin lock that comes with these DUBIA enclosures. So this here is what it looks like. And it just goes in here. So it just turns like this, right? So it just sits. But, I'm going to unlock this so you can see. It does stop it from opening. My thing is, if we have a cat, which we do, bam. There it goes. So I'm not a fan of these. I'm absolutely not a fan of these. But it is the only downfall to this. That's the key. The other thing I forgot to mention yesterday is that if you get DUBIA enclosures and you want to do radiant heat panels, there's a support bar there and another one right somewhere in here that you have to remove. There's little brackets that just screw on. You just unscrew them, take out the hole, and you're good to go. Actually, you can see the bracket right there, right there. So to get these flush with the screen, which you want to do because we didn't, thinking it would be safe. And we had 2 of our snakes, 2 different ones, get up on top of the radiant heat panel, and they had scale damage. Not severe, nothing major, nothing that we couldn't heal, but definite scale damage. So make sure you take out the bar. As we build them now, we just take the bar out. So, but yes, that is the little key lock. I do not recommend that. Definitely get child locks. So much more simple. We just have this because our floor is wobbly, and these doors just on this particular thing, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Hi, Jordan. Jordan shed yesterday. Okay, so there you go. Key lock or pin lock. Pin lock, that's what it's called. Pin lock. And that is the little lock that this comes with. I don't like it. It might work just fine for a single person, but we have cats. Or if you have kids, I just would hate to have a cat or a child or whatever play with that lock or bend it or whatever else, and then this comes open and your snake gets out. I don't like that. Also, it has a little slot on both sides for cords. I love that. And you can determine where to put it. When you slide this piece in, because you put this together, you can determine if you want it up in the back like there or down here or wherever you want it. So it's customizable, and I love that. I do put a piece of duct tape over this just to make sure that little investigating snake heads don't ever accidentally turn this, or that this doesn't somehow get turned on its own, and then bam, a perfect hole for a little snake to escape through. What we use for locks, these are simple child locks. You can get a multitude of different ones. They're just child locks. So just like this, bam. And they just stick onto here with like 3M strips. This is safe because it's on the outside. You would never, ever, ever use a 3M strip inside an enclosure. I'm not going to recommend these cameras. The cameras work just fine, but they bend. I mean, they bend. So the snakes crawl all around and then you can't see them anymore anyway. So I'm not going to recommend the cameras. Light in the back, just a simple little light that I hot glued to the back. So it stays there. Govee. Govee, 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 Govee. We love Govee. These are amazing. They show you all this connects by Bluetooth to an app on your phone. So you can always see what the humidity and the heat is in your snake's enclosure. Love Govee. You can get a 1-pack, 2-pack, or 3-pack on Amazon. I will put a link to those as well. A water bowl. I love them. They're thick, they're heavy, they're made by Exoterra. They're the extra large. I love them because they're thick and heavy, so they're not going to be able to be dumped by the snake. And they're bigger so that if the snake wants to soak, it can. And you want to be able to give your snake a chance to soak, because that can tell you that there's something wrong, that they need more humidity, or that they have mites, or that something is going on with them, because snakes don't typically soak in water. They do like to go for swims, but they don't typically soak in water. So I want to have a bowl that's big enough for my snake to soak in. This, I have some that are completely brand new. This is also off Amazon. This is just a half of one because I've cut it in half. This is a heat resistant silicone mat. This is what we put on top. It holds in the heat. It holds in the humidity. One extra large one literally fits the top of the enclosure perfectly. We don't do that. We cut them because they just don't need to, especially when you're stacking them. You don't need to have them going all the way across because you have enclosures that are helping to keep the heat and humidity in. So you can trim them, you can cut them. If you use heat lamps, you can cut holes in them in order to let heat lamps come through. They're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. There will be a link for anything from Amazon. There will be a link in the description of this video. There will be a link, a referral link for the enclosures to give you 20% off. Another thing we get off of Amazon is this. This is a surge protected power strip with a mechanical timer. They also make them with digital. They're $3 or $4 more per power strip. We went with this. And the reason this is amazing is because you set what you want. And there's one side that's always on. So our radiant heat panels are plugged into that because they need to always be on. And then these are our lights. They're only on from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Okay. So that is so handy. And we just attached it with little 3M Velcro strips to the side of this. All of these, we're going to have a stack of 3 here and a stack of 3 here as well. But we only have the 1 stack of 3 done so far. But yes, we love those as well. That's amazing. That's amazing. The other thing that we absolutely love, there are much more expensive dimming thermostats out there. We found these. They work. We love them. The Reptizoo PID dimming thermostat. Okay. The reason you want a dimming thermostat, and that is for your radiant heat panel. See the radiant heat panel right there? We have one in every single enclosure. The ones that we have here are 120 watt. We're gonna have 80 watt in our female enclosures. Reason being is because this for 120 watt is a bit too big. I bought 120 based on a recommendation. It's a bit too big. Like if you notice, that's 84 degrees. And what is this over here? It fell over. Hold on. That's 79 degrees. That's not much of a temperature variant. And they like to have a bit more. So for our girls, we're doing an 80 watt, which I think Jordan actually, yes, Jordan has one. Jordan has an 80 watt, so it only comes out to about here. So that allows more room over here for cooling off. And so we purposely only have the silicone heat mat covering where the radiant heat panel is so that more heat can escape over here. Because for girls, especially because they're going to be breeding, they need to have a temperature variant when they're ovulating, when they're laying eggs, when they're, just doing all the things. So, but you want a dimming thermostat for your radiant heat panel because what that does is it increases and decreases power to your panel instead of a normal thermostat, which turns it off, turns it on, turns it off, turns it on. That wears on the life of your bulb, your radiant, because you can use that on bulbs or whatever else too, but it wears on the life of the device that you have plugged into it. Well, radiant heat panels are not cheap. So I want these to last as long as possible. So a dimming one just increases and decreases the power going to the radiant heat panel as the temperature changes. Love these. Get these off Amazon as well. What else am I thinking? Oh, the coconut chips that we use. We get them off of Amazon. Okay, we get the coconut chips off Amazon. Coconut chip substrate, compressed, natural, and organic. We get an 8-pack and we go through, for us, for about this amount of substrate, we go through 1.5 bags of the soil and then 3 bricks of the coconut chips. 3 bricks of the coconut chips per closure. I will show you the soil that we use. We do not get that off of Amazon. You can get Eco Earth off of Amazon, which is what we started off using. Then we found this stuff at PetSmart and we like it better and it's cheaper. We get 24 quart bags and it takes 1.5 bags and 3 bricks of the coconut chips to put this. I mean, she's crawled around in here, so this is not completely even. So many people want to have it filled up even more. So you could maybe do 2 bags and 4 bricks. It's up to you. This works fine for us. She's a digger and she does just fine with this. But we get that off of PetSmart. We just order it to be shipped to our house. Okay. These pegs right there. See back there, right there. So it comes with a pack of, there's 2 that are like that. Okay, you're seeing reflection. I'm not wanting to bother her. She's really in shed. That's Franny back there. It comes with 2 of those that are U-shaped and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 1 fell down. I have 1. Nope, it's just hidden back there. 6 of the regular pegs. The only place we can find them that have suction cups. These are not screwed in. We are not putting holes in our PVC by using these. The only place we'd have been able to find them for a reasonable price is Amazon. They are often out of stock, but I will put a link to them so that you know they do not come in any other colors. That's it for right now. So that's that. We do like them. The snakes love them. These balls we also get at PetSmart. They are the biggest size that they have. It works for what we have, for the snake sizes we have, with the exception of Franny because she's an adult. So we won't be putting one in hers because she wouldn't even fit in those holes. She's a big girl. So I've covered the substrate, the coconut chip, the silicone heat mats. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? Plants. These plants right here. These right here. Okay. We've gotten those off of Amazon, as well as those green ones back there. We've gotten those ones off Amazon. These ones were bought somewhere else. These ones were bought somewhere else. So, you know, you can go to the dollar store and get things. It just really depends on how much money you're wanting to spend on these. These are all fake plants. We do not have bioactive. So these are all fake plants. And the same thing with hides. Like we've gotten a couple of these off Amazon. We've gotten a couple of them at PetSmart. You know, it's really all dependent on what you want to use. So this is just a regular tension shower curtain rod that has extensions. It could go longer. I have 2 of them, and I just switch them out between snakes, between cleanings. So like when I clean her enclosure, I clean her enclosure this weekend, I'll probably take it out. And it will maybe go in, well, it won't go in Franny's because Franny is a big girl. Maybe I'll put it in Lily's because Lily's going to be getting a new enclosure this weekend. So, oh, this. Yes, right here. Okay. F10, right here. F10, veterinary disinfectant. This is perfect to use to clean your tanks, to clean the decor, everything. This is perfect. It is safe for snakes. This is good. And then what you can do is you can get this off of Amazon, and then whatever you want to put in here as a disinfectant, you can. If you want to make your own, you can. I pour a bottle of F10 in here. And then they also sell refills. We're actually on a refill already. We go through so many of these. These are really, really amazing. And especially when you have things like this that are zip tied to the top, you don't want to keep undoing zip ties, and really there's that much room, so I can't. So I just take an F10 wipe and I sterilize it that way. And the same thing with the balls that are sold in the dog toy section. Yep, so those are our favorite things. Anything we get off of Amazon, I will put a link for it in the description. I will put the referral link for the DUBIA enclosures in the description to give you 20% off. Decor, that's just on you as to where you want to buy it. You can get a lot of things off of Amazon. You can get a lot of things at dollar store. You can get a lot of things at craft stores. You just want to be careful that you don't put anything in your enclosure that's going to bleed. So sometimes some of the silk flowers or paperish kind of flowers, they bleed when you put water on them. These guys are in human environments. You don't want to have that. You don't want to have that. You're going to want to have a gun. An infrared thermometer gun. You're going to want to have that, especially if you use frozen thawed. If you use frozen thawed rats, you need to know the temperature of that rat before you try to feed it to the snake. So this is perfect. I mean, you just aim it and it tells you the temperature of whatever. All right. Those are our favorite things to get off of Amazon. And those are our favorite enclosures. And if you have any questions about any of it, just comment below. We'll answer whatever question we can. And yeah, if you have any recommendations of anything, put it in the comments. Let other people know what do you use? Why do you like it? And you know, let's share. Let's share as much information as possible because this is all for the benefit of these gorgeous, amazing animals. Okay. Thanks for watching. God bless. Bye.